everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's Talk About It Media 21. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and please hit the notification bell. That way, every time I upload a video, you will be the first one to see it. Note, all comments are alleged in our opinion and for entertainment purposes only, where we discuss celebrity news, celebrity gossip, what's going on IG and Google, and what's the hot topic for the day or the week. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged in our opinion and for entertainment purposes only.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, to comment, but be kind, and also turn on the notification bell. That way every time I upload a video, you'll be the first one to see it. Note, this is part 2 of July 20th. Meghan Thee Stallion and Tory Lane attends the party at Kylie Jenner's house. Mind you, this is Kelsey Harris speaking on how she felt the event went. All comments are alleged. So let's listen in to the rest of what Kelsey had to say about Kylie's party and about what was going on with Meghan, with Kylie, with Tory, and her.
He didn't want to get in the car with us. Like I said, at that point, I'm not aware of why. So anyways, we leave. So Tory sits at the house of Kylie. It's me, Quan, and Meghan. So we leave. EJ follows up behind us. He goes home. Because there's no reason for him to follow us. He's going home. So as we're leaving, Meghan is still doing this laugh. I'm kind of just in the backseat, just like, I don't know, just in the backseat. And then I guess she realizes that she had left a slipper, a Louis Vuitton slide that she wears. And so she demanded Quan to take us back to Kylie. And so we pull up to Kylie's house, and everybody's kind of confused. Her security guards are outside, probably like 6 security guards. Kylie's security guards. Correct. And he calls to see if it's okay. We come back, and they let us in. So once they let us in, Meghan jumps out the vehicle. I stay in the vehicle. Quan follows behind Meghan, so it's just me at this point. Oh, Quan actually gets out of the car with Meghan. Right. So they're inside. It's for a little moment. Then immediately they rush out. Everybody rushes out. Tory, Quan, Meghan. Kylie, she comes out, but she stays on her porch, on her door entry. So Meghan jumps back in the front seat. Tory gets in the car, which is now he's behind Quan, he's behind the driver. I'm still behind the front passenger. And Meghan says, sorry, I got to cuss, but she says, bitch. Kylie said, we got to get out of here. And I was like, what? Like, why? And so Quan was like, they were in there arguing.
Listening to street TV.
Tory and Meghan. And so what they were arguing about, I don't know. So it was kind of like, oh, okay. And now we're leaving.
And so Meghan's in the front, Quan's driving, you're in the back seat behind Quan. Or behind Meghan, and Tory's behind Quan.
Correct.
Okay.
So we're leaving, we're driving, going down the road, and Meghan is laughing still. It's like an uncontrollable laugh. And just out of curiosity, I want to know what's funny. So I'm like, what is funny? Like, what is going on? And that's when Tory butts in, and he was like, yeah, Meghan, why don't you tell your best friend what's so funny? Why don't you tell her how fake you are? And so I'm confused, because this was random. And so I said, what? Like, what are you talking about? And Meghan's like, Kelsey, don't listen to him. He's just trying to make you mad. And so I'm like, what are you talking about? And next thing you know, the arguing, began with Tory and Meghan. They're arguing, they're taking jabs at each other. He's calling her out her name. He's calling her, like, I've never heard him speak like this, So can't honestly recall like verbatim. He was definitely calling her like bitches and hoes, and so you know, I stepped in and I said, you know, you're not gonna talk to my friend like that, you know, like I don't care what y'all got going on, but you're not gonna talk to her like that in front of me. So he got offended, and now me and him are arguing. And we're taking, you know, honestly, when I argue, I can say things that are hurtful too. So he was saying mean things, so I was saying mean things back to him, and do you remember any of the exchange? I'm about to get to what I do remember. He began to say, you know, I'm from like, he just started like, I'm from Canada, like basically, I guess insinuating that they're gangsters or something. I don't know. I'm from Canada, my nigga. Like, you know, and I'm like, okay, and like, so, you know, now we're just going back and forth. It's like I'm going back and forth with him. He's going back and forth with Meghan. And he said, my nigga, I'll shoot you. And
now, mind you, this, once again, this is Kelsey's voice. This is not Meghan's voice. And they're talking about what Tory said to Kelsey first and what was transpiring. So that's what we're talking about. This is Kelsey Harris talking to the police about what transpired after, during Kylie's party.
So he said that to me. So he reached, like he was going to grab something. He reached towards the middle console, but he never pulled anything out.
Now, can you describe the middle console on the car? There's like I assume like some type of flat cover or lid.
Correct.
And then when he reached towards it, you just saw what? His hand moving?
Yeah, it was just a motion that he reached. He never opened it, or, you know, it was just a motion.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, and if you shoot me, then I guess it's my time to go, like, you know, like, and if you shoot me, just know I have people who will ride behind me, you know, in my support, you know. And he's like, you know, he just talking mess still, him and Meghan, me and him. So then Meghan, I guess we're on Sunset Boulevard at this time, and Meghan demands for her. Sorry, that's mine.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Meghan demands for Quan to pull the vehicle over. So we pull over, and we're actually by a bus stop. Meghan jumps out the vehicle. Tory follows behind her. Quan stays in. I stay in. It's just like we're in the middle of a road. Like we're just arguing. This is, you know. So Tory and Meghan, they sit at the bus stop. They have, I don't know what conversation they had, a conversation if any, but when they got back in the vehicle, it was calm. Tory then began to...
When they got back in the vehicle, do you remember where everyone was?
Yes, sorry. Meghan got back in the front seat. Tory got back in behind Quan, so behind the driver's seat. So it was calm. Everybody was calm. Tory then began to apologize to me. He's just like, I'm sorry, Kelsey, you're just a real ass nigga, and I had to tell you. You know, and I'm like, what? Right, and so I'm like, but he's saying it loud, and so Meghan can hear this. So that kind of stirred her back up. So now they're arguing back together. At this point, it's uncontrollable. Can't stop it.
Do you remember anything at this point that was being said?
At this point, they're arguing about each other's artistry as a career as an artist. She's telling him, like, you're only this and that because you're on a remix with Jack Harlow. And he's telling her things about her career as an artist, which I can't remember what he was telling her, but they just started hitting each other with their careers as artists. So now we're at the final, you know, the next stop where the incident occurs. And this time Tory demands Quan to let us out. He's like, let these hoes out, let these bitches out the car. This is my car. And so we're like, okay, we'll get out. So he pulled the car over, and everything here transpires. Meghan jumps out of her seat, which is the front seat. I open up my door, which I'm behind Meghan. And when you're getting out of a vehicle, you're not really just like looking at any direction. You're just kind of getting out the vehicle, you know? Especially, we didn't expect anything to happen next, so we're just getting out the vehicle. I get out of my side, when I looked up. And
so she's talking about what's transpiring.
And he's leaning over, the door's open, and he's leaning over, like, the door window.
Which door? Is it the
front right. So where Meghan was sitting.
Okay, so his door's open.
My door's open in the back, and the front door is open to where Meghan got out. The front right pass.
Both doors on passenger side
are open, correct. So.
And is he shooting through the window or over the top?
No, he's shooting over the top of the door. So
over the top of the door would be the rear passenger door.
The right front passenger. So again, as I said, he must have jumped, or I don't know how he did it because it was very small. Very smooth. And he was leaning over the front passenger door, and she was shooting the gun.
Where were you standing at this point?
At this point, I'm standing kind of like my body's still like to the side behind the door, the rear passenger door. So I would say like my left side was the rear passenger, and my right side was kind of like this. Like this is the door, and
Are you still partially in the car at this point?
No, I'm out of the vehicle. I'm out of the vehicle. I'm just not around my door yet.
Yeah.
So.
Where's Meghan?
So I was about to speak on Meghan. So she was walking away when this happened, but by the third, fourth shot, and by the time I look up, she's facing towards us, and I've described it like a deer in headlights. I'm short. I'm 4'11". The vehicle is kind of a little raised up, higher than me, so I can't really see. I can only see from her chest up. That's all I can see. But the way Tory was angling the gun is kind of like, it wasn't like straight. It was like, down.
It was down in her direction?
And definitely in her direction. In the air, definitely in her direction. So at that point, we kind of were in shock,
Did you hear him say anything as he was shooting?
He did not say anything.
Okay.
There was no words at that point,
What was Quan doing? Did you tell?
I think everybody was in shock.
Okay, so he wasn't.
He wasn't
part of it.
Right here, at this point right here, he wasn't part of this. What I'm about to get into next, I can't tell you guys where Tory pulled the gun from. Like I said, the motion when he first threatened me was middle console, but I don't know if that's where the gun was.
But you had said he referenced like shooting y'all earlier while you're in the car, right?
He threatened to shoot me.
As if he had a gun in his control somewhere.
Correct.
Okay.
And so after the shot spring, it was like I said, 5 shots. We kind of froze, and by the time I get back into I snapped. Meghan had either crawled or walked or limped over to. She's in a driveway. She's in a driveway on the side of the driver's side. She's in a driveway. Tory sits down.
In the front passenger seat?
In the front passenger seat.
Okay.
He's sitting. So I guess just kind of shocked also. So I run over to her. I immediately ran to her. She's the forefront of my thoughts. My job as a friend in general is just naturally to protect my friend, protect. So now I'm in the defense mode on the behalf of Meghan. I ran to her. She's on the floor. I never looked at her feet. I never really just got to look at her. I just know when I ran to her and she grabbed me, she had blood. So in my head, she had got shot because shots just went off and she's bleeding. That's what I think. So I see Tory coming around the vehicle. It's dark, lights are flat, hitting him. It's almost like a scary scene. So again, I'm in defense mode. I see him coming around the vehicle, and in my head, I'm thinking he's about to come over here and attack us.
Do you see whether or not when he's coming around the vehicle, he still has the gun?
I don't believe he had the gun. So like I said, I just thought he was coming over to attack us. So I stepped in between where he was coming to where Meghan was, and at that point, that's when the assault between me and him happened. He assaulted me, and Quan then he just comes and he picks me up like a little doll, and he's like, "Kelsey, they do this all the time." And I said, "Huh? She's bleeding. She's been shot. I don't know if y'all know she's shot." By that time, he's already to where Meghan
So we're going to end it there. Like I mentioned, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Like I mentioned, this was Kelsey Harris's testimony from that night. She spoke about what transpired, what happened. She spoke about her and Tory having an altercation, and well wishes to them all. Prior to this party, it wasn't this. Prior to this party, they seemed to get along fine. But the biggest thing is, EJ testified, Kelsey testified and pled the fifth. Tory did not get on the stand. The police officers testified. And I'm trying to think who else testified. Kylie didn't take the stand. Kylie didn't come to court. Corey didn't take the stand. Corey didn't come to court. I was being told, all comments are alleged, I was told that their name was on the list, but it was kind of like vague. But I thought their name was on the list to testify. So that was all interesting, that the person that threw the party, Kylie, did not have to take the stand. What transpired, how everyone was acting, how much alcohol was consumed, how was people acting before they left. Everyone was surprised that she didn't have to take the stand. But that's the one thing. One, it wasn't televised, so people are piecing together all the great people that went to give their feedback of what happened in court. Two, people came back and they uploaded information on their channels, and everyone just gave an account of what transpired. I'm hoping now this clears up everything. Kelsey gave a great testimony to the police, and many people said she did extremely well on the stand too. Very detail oriented. They pretty much understood a lot of stuff she was saying until they had to say, what was this? Who are you referring to? But other than that, Kelsey was very detail oriented. What transpired between Kelsey and Tory, what transpired in regards to Tory and Meg, what transpired in regards to Tory staying back at Kylie's house. They pulled off, they came back, them getting access back to Kylie's house, but there were several security guards there. So I'm hoping this clears up everybody's thoughts, feelings, what transpired. It's sad that Meghan had to even go through this. It's sad that, Tory's currently in jail, but you have to be careful. You can't be threatening people. You can't be, pointing stuff at people. You can't be harming people. Like we've said, Meghan had to have surgery. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell. Don't forget to support your friends. Be strong in mind, body, soul, and spirit.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's talk about it Media 21. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and please hit the notification bell. That way every time I upload a video, you will be the first one to see it. Note, all comments are alleged and our opinion and for entertainment purposes only, where we discuss celebrity news, celebrity gossip, what's going on IG and Google, and what's the hot topic for the day or the week. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged in our opinion and for entertainment purposes only.